Welcome home. I'm in LA right now.
Bitch, I got the sauce, I'm immortalized. I'm the boss, I can never live a normal life. I don't gotta lie when the truth's so sexy. You feel the vibe, now you wanna bring your bestie? Cool.
Shit, man, like a lot went through that. It was just the idea of like kind of fighting my own demons, and I was even hesitant to drop the project because I was like, I've never really tapped into this side of myself. So I think like I didn't even know that Swollen Members was actually Canadian. Like I listened to this shit and I was like, yo, this is some dope rap. Of course, Belly, of course, Drake, Kanon, you know, that was a smash. Mazzari, but not even just hip hop, like even like Danny Fernandez, you know what I mean? Like these dudes were like killing it. So we had a lot of like inspiration to be like, okay, Canada's coming up. And then of course, like Drake definitely solidified and put like Canada on the map for sure. I definitely want to be known for my lyrics because I'm a lyrical artist. Like any track that you do, whether or not it's a different genre, whether or not the vibe is slowed down, it doesn't compensate my lyricism. Music making process is just so organic for me. So I don't have to really like put on an act or go in the studio and have so many songwriters and have hundreds of reference tracks sent to me. I just go to the studio by myself or with my producers there and engineers, and we just try to get like a track or two every session.
So same guy, something. You have a line in there where you're saying like,
I'm not the same guy I was before I turned cold.
right.
Yeah.
Who broke your heart?
Man, it's just like,
yeah.
No, it's just like life in general, but like Rumi's Reflection was kind of like a time where like I got to, like we're in a constant like, we're on to the next, Like this was my moment to like stop and like smell the roses and reflect on like the journey.
Yeah,
and like there's a lot of shit that like happened that was major, but like I tried to like kind of like mask it or just keep it low key, and it's like, yo, let's reflect on like the journey here so far and what you have to go through, the trials and tribulations and shit.
Yeah.
Diamonds on my wrist so I can shine. So much ice up on my wrist, can't tell the time in this bitch.
3, 2, 1, go!
I want it all cause I seen it all. Online and in movies. They rockin' Gucci, always Louis. Never old Navy unless maybe. It's an ad for back to school. Tell my head of going back to school. Those were my saddest days. Back when I came.
Shades though, that's just the cherry on top. Especially if she's on top, that's a cherry on top.
So I rock the gifts.
And today's a Sunday.
So when they say damn that this kid hot.
Because you know a cherry on top ice cream sundae. Oh!
It don't matter, that's just science. And the world won't end, that's worth to millions. But if I say I ain't want that, I be lying. Cause I done fell in love with the diamonds.
Making music is just my way of like expressing myself, but on some like real shit. It just comes down to the fact that I'm from Afghanistan, and how growing up, like we never had an Afghan superhero or an Afghan icon or an Afghan, in a sense, like a role model in the public media's eyes. The only thing we've seen terrorism, we've seen like them depicting us as like, oh, they're all terrorists, oh, they're all suicide bombers, they're all this. So Afghanistan has had such a bad rep, and it's never been accurately represented. And the way that all these like media outlets push that propaganda, it's crazy, because it's like if you're judging the reckless and like the radical Muslims that are saying all this shit in Afghanistan, then, and that summarizes all of them, then what about, that's like you going to Texas to a KKK Klan member and then being like, okay, so what do you think of black people? And then being like, all Americans are like this. That's how ridiculous it is, and the media just eats that shit up, so they push that. So I want to be an Afghan who, oh, like against all the odds. No, it's like let me show you guys the message. Let me put Afghans in a positive media light. You know what I mean? Breaking borders and just being the dopest rapper of all time. You know what I mean?
I think just because everything that we're doing is just such a unique and a one-of-one experience. Like there's no pathway and there's no road that we need to follow. We're actually paving the way for our generation and for my nation.
Don't give a fuck, I live it up like Alfred, get the dough.